Hi y'all, decided to film this um, back to back with my other video. So yes, same clothes, same hair. Well, I put my hair up because it's getting in my face. If anybody knows about static electricity in here and how to get rid of it, somebody please tell me. Because that's when I'm constantly, there's these one little hairs that'll start floating across my face and it just really annoys me. So that's a problem. But anyway, so I said I'd kind of do a little personal thing, and not that y'all asked for it, that you need or anything, but after my last live, I started having the strep throat, and it's been a process. Let me tell you, it's been a horrible thing. So I've been dealing with that from the last live until now, and it's barely. It's there. I mean, it's back. My voice is back, but you can tell there's cracking, and then it'll drift off. And later in the afternoon, it starts to fade again. Every day, this has become like a Groundhog Day for me at this point. But what I wanted to address, I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry. There's nothing going on with me, particularly other than this throat problem. But I've been triggered a lot lately. I noticed, I put it out there. Gosh, I think God always had these at my desk, always. I'm not really a crier. I'm really not. I promise you I'm not. But all this stuff has started again in February of this year. And my mom's birthday really triggered me again, and I'm doing really good from that. So let me, I know it doesn't look that way, right? But so my mom's birthday was in February, and I had some moments of like just grief and stress. And I mentioned in there a little bit about her situation, and I've talked about her a lot as far as her addiction and growing up with her being an addict, and her recovery and being a great grandma and all that stuff. It happened. But she's been gone 5 years this year in June. It'll be 5 years. So about 10 years ago. Well, even before that. I'm not sure when it started. So my mom felt a lump in her breast at one point in time, before the 10 years. And she went and had the fine needle aspiration, biopsies, all that stuff, and it came back good. It was a, what do you call it? A cyst. It wasn't cancer, but it was there. So that happened, I don't even know when at this point. I was an adult, so prior to the 10 years, somewhere in there. And then 10 years ago, she was another self-exam type moment, and she was diagnosed with breast cancer. She fought breast cancer. Well, maybe it was 6 years ago. From that time. Don't come for me. Started somewhere around 12 years ago, and there was a long fight with the breast cancer. I don't know, I'm not going to get out dates and times and stuff because I'm not really going to go with that with you. But anyway, so she fought breast cancer with chemo and radiation and a lumpectomy. And she survived. And then, as I mentioned in her birthday video, just so many things happened to this poor woman. It's not funny. It's just like, you have to laugh or you just gonna, it's horrible. There was strokes and stents, and it was wintertime, and she was coming up on her porch to bring a bag of groceries in, and the door flung open and threw her off the porch, and she landed on her head on the ice, and she had emergency brain surgery. And this is after her breast cancer, and she survived all that. Then all these other things happened to her. Double knee replacement. I even think of what all happened to her at this moment. Stroke, stents. I don't know. A lot happened in those, from her recovery 5 years to her death. A lot happened in there that coulda, woulda, shoulda took her in any time. But then she ended up having a reoccurrence of the breast cancer. But she kept complaining to me that her arm hurt. She hurt. And I said, Mom, is this the side of your breast cancer? And she said, well, yeah. And I said, go to the doctor. Go. She thought she had a rotator cuff, is what she was. There was some complaints. She ended up going in for a radical mastectomy. It had metastasized to her ribs. She had to have 3 ribs removed. I mean, it was a whole process. Sorry, my voice is going. I'm trying my best to keep it to where you can hear me. So she had the radical mastectomy, and the graft wouldn't heal. And something people need to know is when you have radiation, it kills your skin, it kills your cells, and they don't regenerate. Why didn't they know this going in there? That the graft was not going to heal because it had nothing to heal to. So that was a whole battle. About the time we get her not recovered from that, because like I said, the graft wouldn't take because of the dead cells from the radiation. So then she kept saying, it hurts. I was like, Mom, go to the emergency room. She went to the emergency room and she was admitted to the hospital. I got a phone call that she had bone cancer and that it was that time. It was one of those situations. I got my car packed, drove 16 hours overnight, spent every moment with her for the next 9 days, and held her hand and rubbed her leg while she passed. Peacefully, I might add, considered. But what she died from was a different cancer. Oh, sorry. I know, right? There's more to this. That's why it's so traumatizing. She died from a cancer called spindle cell carcinoma. It's a rare cancer that comes from radiation treatment that she received 5 years earlier that saved her life. How ironic is that? Gave her 5 more years from the same thing. It's too much. It's too much. Anyway, fast forward. And she's deceased. That's my mom. I can talk about it. I can do what I want to do with that information. On the last live, I ended it with, there's an emergency. Sorry. It turns out it was my uncle, her brother. And there's a lot of, we were all really, really close until Grandma and Grandpa died. But he did some things to my mom that I just can't, I can't. So he was like, I haven't spoke to him since my mom's funeral. And he said, I need to talk. And so my mind, y'all saw me I was out, ended that live and got off. So my mind went to, okay, it's another family member deceased or something, something bad had happened. And it turns out that his cousin, they're my cousins to some degree, I don't know, I'm not going to go through all so my mom's and my uncle's cousin has breast cancer. And her sister died 3 years ago from breast cancer. And I was like, okay. She said, did your mom have genetic testing? And no, my mom did not have genetic testing. I have done everything in my power to keep on top of myself and my situations and work on that. But anyway, without knowing, but you just, if you have it in your family, then just assume that there's a problem, is my theory. But no, there's no test that I know that there's anything genetic that I'm predisposed to, but my mother had it. I'm disposed to it in my mind. So I'm just going to go with that. So he was calling to ask about genetic testing, since it's, my mom, the cousins, it's apparently in the family. My uncle died of throat cancer shortly after my mom. That he's concerned for his daughter. And don't blame him. But after all the trauma you've caused to me and my family through my mother's situation and her death, you're going to call and ask about for your daughter? Well, what about me? What about females on my side of my lineage? My, your niece, your great nieces, what? There's more on our side. So it's like, are you kidding me? And this, I needed to end my life anyway. It was 5 hours, but so this is what I'm dealing with, is the trauma, the emotions of family. Family's disgusting sometimes. But anyway, fast forward. There's more to it. So my mother-in-law, without disclosing her medical information, since then my mother-in-law's been diagnosed with cancer. She's had other bouts with it before. I don't want to be like it's just it is a surprise out of nowhere. It really is, because she had she had lung issues back in before we were married, before we were together, many years ago. And then since there was a skin cancer on her leg, and then now it's intestinal cancer. But anyway, I'm just all messed up. So if I'm not getting back to some people in DMs and whatever, and I'm not putting out content, one, it's my voice. I've had things to say, I just couldn't say them. But then all this trauma with my family, bringing back my mom's situation. And I've spent the last 2 days sitting in a hospital. She had emergency surgery. Well, emergency. It wasn't emergency like taken to the. It was like they rushed it as fast as they could. So it's been a very short, diagnosis and surgery. I've been sitting in the hospital for the last 2 days. I don't think it's as bad as situation. Well, it's a bad situation. It's a horrible situation. I don't feel the same end of life moment that I did with my mother. But I also am a realist. And I don't want to get old. I don't want to go through all this. No. She apologized yesterday. She said, I'm sorry for putting you through this. I'm sorry for doing this to you. I said, it's okay. Didn't hit me at the moment. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Everything's fine. And she said, no, your mom did this. And now I'm doing this. And she talked like she was going to leave us, but I don't think she is. I really don't. I mean, it'll happen. Don't get me wrong. But I don't think it's like that immediate. Like, my mom never left the hospital. So I'm hoping, and I pray. I'm prayerful and I'm hopeful that we're not in that same end of life at this moment, but it could happen. But so if I'm not responding, if I'm not coherent in some of my thought process, I mean, like the Shauna thing I just did, I mean, I think I got it all out there that I wanted to, but it's just, there's a lot going on. It's bringing up a lot of thoughts and feelings, and that's where I'm at right now. But anyway, so we're going to move on from that. I'm going to get through this part here. I do plan, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I need help. I need help from my creator friends. I want to do a giveaway. I want to do a birthday giveaway. I've decided it's going to be an Amazon gift card in US dollar amount, because I want it to be where other people from other countries can enter, I guess, and sign up wherever. Should I do a video? Should I do a post? I don't know. I don't know how to do it. I don't have a generator, so if anybody, I'm talking about, right, the name thing, I can put them in a hat. I don't care. But if anybody has any information on that for me, my creator friends or people who've done it before, please help me. It's coming soon. My birthday's April 24th, and I do want to do that. And like I said, it's going to be an Amazon gift card, and it's just going to be a certain US dollar amount. And if that translates to something different in a different country, or if it is it's going to, that's what it's going to be. But I don't know how to do it yet, and I'm running out of time, and then all this stuff happening. So anyway, so I'm okay. I know y'all just saw me break down, but it's a lot. It's really a lot. But I'm good. I know I don't look good, but I really am. I'm good. Chicago talks to me every chance she gets. Sarah, I love you to death. Y'all are just the best. And I don't know who else wants me to say that they talk to me, but thank you. I appreciate all of you. I really do. And I'm sorry for doing this to you. This is not something I wanted to do. I just wanted to explain myself a little bit and why I'm lacking. And most of it's been my voice. Really, it has, because it doesn't take me but 15 minutes usually to, pop one of these out and upload it. And, 30 minutes between the recording and uploading and all that. But so it's not a huge ordeal, but it is, because I'm not, putting any editing or anything to it. It's just me talking to you. But so I appreciate y'all. Don't stress over this. I'm not trying to, there's no grifting, there's no I'm not trying to manipulate you emotionally or do any of that stuff, and I know people do, but I just want you to know where I'm at, what I'm doing, and I'm here. I'm still here, but I just want my voice back most of all, so I can just that's what I want to do. So thanks for listening. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Bye-bye.